This is the last thing I want to do, to come on here and talk about it, just because like I just don't want to talk about it. I very rarely film when I'm in the middle of something, like when I'm not over it, but I'm not. I know it's going to happen for us. I'm hopeful.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
So I may or may not have just put an offer down on a house. Zach and I just moved very quickly. If you watched the last vlog, you know the situation I am in right now. Right now I'm in New York, by the way. I'm on Long Island, New York, and we put an offer for a house in the Cincinnati area, and it's out of our hands right now. I mean, there is another person who put their offer in today too. Like it's just, I don't know what their offer is. Our offer is not at the asking price, and I'm just so like not okay. I have not been able to eat. I have not been able to sleep. Constantly feel nauseous. Like my anxiety is just like, there's just no helping it. Like literally, I you can see me. Like there's no coping mechanisms. Actually, you know what? There is one. I'm about to play pickleball, and hopefully that will keep my mind off things. I have no idea when we're gonna hear back. This is crazy! Welcome to the vlog. I just want everyone to know that this shows how stressed I am, because I am not a skin picker. I'm very good about when I get pimples, I just leave them alone. Oh, I've been going to town on my chin. Like, I'm grateful for the pimples because picking them has been so satisfying in this time of stress. Third night in a row last night, I got less than 4 hours of sleep. It's just not a thing in my life anymore. I even tried to take melatonin and did absolutely nothing. I took 3 milligrams, so maybe I should try more tonight. I mean, I don't want to dabble in all these drugs. Not that it's like drugs, but I'm just not okay. I'm outside the gym. I'm about to do a workout. Hopefully that'll take my mind off things for a bit. And when I come back, we will chat. All right. Successful workout, but I just like, my mind is a mess right now. And just to fill you guys in, just a little recap, or maybe if you're new here, my life has been not a mess in a bad way, but it's definitely not been your typical life, where basically for the past few months, I have not had a home. Zach, my fiance, and I decided to travel for a few months. We went to Nashville and Charlotte and St. Petersburg, and we thought for sure we were going to settle down in St. Petersburg. Like, we were certain. And when we were in Charlotte, by the way, we thought the same thing. Like, everywhere we go, we just love, I don't know, but we were certain. And then I visited Zach in Ohio, because that's where he's from, and I was just like, what are we doing? Like, why are we leaving our friends and our family, and like, we can go to Florida on vacation? I don't know. I just like had like an awakening. Like, I'm like, I don't think we can leave everyone, but like, it just didn't feel right. And it was a really rash decision. Like, this was literally 2 weeks ago. So this is insane. In 2 weeks, I decided I wanted to move to Cincinnati, and I put in an offer on a house. What happened though is I found my dream home. I was actually supposed to leave Ohio to go back to New York, where my family is, on a Tuesday. And then I got a notification saying you can reschedule your flight because they're expecting a snowstorm in New York that might mess things up. So I rescheduled it for Thursday. Mind you, I could have gotten on that Tuesday plane because it ended up taking off on time. But either way, something made me reschedule my flight for Thursday. And then on Tuesday night, I was on Realtor.com. My mom sent me a house. I fell in love, like, with the pictures. Like, and I wasn't trying to like seriously look at a house, but I couldn't stop looking at that listing. I booked an appointment with the real estate agent. I drove down to Cincinnati because Zach's family's in Dayton, and like, I fell in love. And like, this isn't like, oh my gosh, you fell in love with like the first house you looked at. Guys, you guys know, I have gone to so many open houses. I don't even have a ballpark estimate in every city, by the way. Cincinnati, St. Petersburg, Charlotte, Nashville, like New York, everywhere I go, I'm obsessed with looking at houses. I've never felt so like, just the check marks, like just my boxes were checked. I don't know. So I fell in love, and then I said it yesterday, like, there's another offer on the table, and I talked about it more in the last vlog, but Zach was kind of more wanting to do a lowball offer. I was more like, let's just go for the gold. And we totally met in the middle. And like, Zach has really been so great about all of this. Like, he's been handling everything, and I'm lucky to have him. And I just have to remember, like, if this doesn't work out, it's not meant to be. And there's a reason it's not meant to be. Like, I might not know what that reason is now, but it's not meant to be. Guys, you know what I woke up and Googled this morning? How to cope when you miss out on your dream home. I am seriously insane. I need to like go home and shower and like get my life together, but I think we're going to hear some kind of news today. I don't know. playing pickleball for an hour was a nice distraction from everything on my mind, but it's not looking good, guys. It is currently 6 p.m. We were supposed to have heard from the sellers or the real estate agent hours ago, but nope. We haven't heard anything. Zach just texted me saying like it's not looking good, aka I think they're going with the other offer. It's not confirmed yet. I still have a sliver of hope inside of me, but it's clearly not looking good, and I'm really sad, but I'm not in the mood to even talk right now, so I guess the next time you see me, I'll have an official update. I hope. Like, are they ever going to get back to us? I don't know, but yeah. Yep. Hi guys. I unfortunately have an update that I was hoping I wouldn't have to give, but we did not get the house. Which, this is the last thing I want to do, to come on here and talk about it, just because like I just don't want to talk about it, but I also recognize that I feel like it's really important I do. It's so easy for me to only come on YouTube and share the good points of life, but it's more important for me to share when things maybe don't go my way, when things don't work out, because they certainly don't, and you just got to move on. We got the news last night. I was too upset to film then, but they went with another offer. A better offer. This person, by the way, a little tip if you are ever buying a house, in their offer, which I wouldn't do this is very risky, they put, I don't even know how to word this, like basically whatever the house appraises for, they will pay. So let's say they offer, I'm just going to say $10. I'm just making up numbers. They will pay $10 unless if it appraises for $12, if the bank feels it's worth $12, they'll pay $12. If the bank feels it's worth $1 million, they'll pay $1 million. So it's kind of risky, but you obviously know it's not going to be like a crazy number. So yeah, they went with that offer, and it is what it is. Like it sucks, but I said all along, if it's meant to be, it will be. And I have to trust that. I know you guys are probably wondering, what does the house look like? Like, you haven't shown us. And like, I literally don't feel like picking up my phone and going over the videos right now, but that I might as well. I like to, it really makes me upset to even look back. I'm just gonna insert this in the video, delete these videos, and forget this ever happened. But this was my dream home. It was just perfect. I'm not gonna get too into like the location and why the location was perfect, but it was, and it was everything I have ever wanted. And you guys know I have gone to so many open houses. Like, this certainly is not like my first time actually looking at a home. It's the first time I put down an offer, but I've never stepped into a home and felt I wouldn't have changed a thing. Not a can of paint had to, like, nothing had to be done. Like, everything was just so perfect. It was 4 bedrooms with an entire office as well. Like, it just was so perfect. It was so my style. They even had a hot tub that they were throwing in, by the way, which, I mean, that's just like an added bonus. There wasn't a yard, like a huge yard, but we love that. Like, we don't want a big yard. We don't want to have to take care of the grass. It's just Zach and I, like, are just not that type of people. But yeah, I mean, it was truly perfect in every way, and it's a perfect house for someone else. And the one thing that really does make me feel a little bit better is knowing, like, at least someone else got it and someone else is happy. And that's the thing, like, we lost out on this, but someone else won. And I know that my dad has made fun of me before for like having that thinking, but like that thinking truly makes me feel better. Like, knowing, you know, when there are tragedies in life, this is not a tragedy. You know, if someone passes away, there's no good that comes from that. For us, like, we lost out on this, but someone else got their dream home. And maybe they even deserved it more. Maybe they've been looking for months. Maybe they're going through something hard in their lives. Like, it's like, it consoles me or whatever to like know someone else is going to get the dream home. It still hurts, I'm not going to lie, and it's very fresh. Me filming this right now, like, I'm really not over it. I will tell you that. Like, I'm not over this. And I very rarely film when I'm in the middle of something, like when I'm not over it, but I'm not. I also, like, I couldn't help it though. I had so much time to think. Like, I jumped the gun so much in my head where, like, I was planning where my future kids were going to go to school. I had already, like, done, like, some furniture shopping on Facebook Marketplace in that specific town where I'm like, oh my gosh, this table would look so perfect here. And, like, I got way too ahead of myself. And I shouldn't have, but, like, I literally couldn't help it. I will say, I have had the most anxious pit in my stomach for days over this just because I wanted it so badly. that has definitely been replaced with like a feeling of disappointment. The feeling of disappointment honestly is like better. Like I haven't been able to like eat properly with the anxiousness. Like it's at least good to know. Anxiousness is like truly like one of the worst feelings, like having anxiety, gosh. But our game plan, I guess, will just be to like keep looking. I don't want to just jump into something though. And like the problem is, Zach was sending me a couple houses this morning. I just have to like, I can't compare every house to this dream house. They're not going to like, you know, and they might be perfect in their own way. So it's definitely a challenging time, but oh my gosh, I completely forgot. So I was very sad obviously this morning. And I tuned into Southbrook Christian Church, which is where Zach's family goes to church. I've been going the past 2 weeks when I was in Dayton, but I'm here. So I did the live stream. Guys, the service was made for us. Like, I don't understand how. It was all about not getting what you want and how there's a greater plan. And you don't know that plan, but the plan is out there. And like, my mouth was like on the floor. How the heck could it be that spot on? But it was, and I know that. I know in my hearts of hearts. I just have to like, I just can't stop like thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like we played pickleball this morning, Carly and I, and like that got my mind off it for like a little bit, but it's a tough one. Going to get over it. There's going to be another house out there. It might not be the same exact, and you know, but it's out there. And there are so many things that I have to be grateful for. I mean, if losing out on a house is the worst thing that's happened, I'm pretty fortunate, right? Like, there are so many other wonderful things. And I will be transparent. Like, there are some things going on behind the scenes, not having to do with this, that haven't been going the best. Like, not my place to say even, but so that's definitely like adding to all of this. But needless to say, it's all going to be okay, okay? Like, I have to just, like, keep reminding myself that I didn't even know this house existed 7 days ago, okay? So, I think I can live without something I didn't know existed 7 days ago. And I'm not trying to, like, come on here and complain. I'm just trying to come on here and be transparent. I really could come on here and say, we missed out on it, and, like, it's no big deal. Like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be a million homes out there. Like, it's very easy for me to act. Pretty easy. I just, that's not gonna do anything. I just want to be transparent. I want to be honest. Maybe someone is going through something similar. We got this, okay? And also, it doesn't help. Guys, I opened up my YouTube subscription box. I'm not even subscribed to this person. The video that popped up was, I'm moving, getting the house, sneak peek, telling my friends. Like, come on. And yeah.
Dad, what are your words of wisdom for us not getting the house?
I have a question for you.
What?
How many years did you go to school?
I don't know why. Over a decade.
Much education do you have? Like about
I don't know where you're going with
12
this.
years. Did you ever hear of the Fourth Amendment? Part of the Fourth Amendment is the right to a person's privacy.
Oh my gosh. Dad,
Well,
this is not the time to test my patience. It's very
I'm
trying
testing your knowledge and you don't even know that. Like, what, 15 years of
Okay, Dad.
school.
All right, Dad, what's the Seventh Amendment?
What?
What's the Seventh Amendment?
What's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Come on, I
What
need...
do I think about your house? Like,
No, like not in a good way. Mom keeps telling me, even after
After we find out we didn't get it, she keeps, and I know you're listening, Mom, she keeps telling me all the things that are perfect about it. I'm like, do you not know?
You definitely don't have it.
Yeah, I definitely don't. We didn't get it.
It's not like it's the only house in the United States, you know. Jesus, other houses. It'd be nice if we got that one, like, but...
Don't say that. Tell me it would have been awful.
No, I mean, you just go and move on to the next one. That's what you gotta do. Like, it's a bloody house. That's all I can tell you, so...
All right, I want to provide a little update, an honest update. It's about, I don't know, 3-4 hours since we last spoke, and I feel such a sense of peace that I have not over the past couple of days, in which I realized like this whole house thing was falling through. And this is also silly. Please know, I know this is a first world problem. I understand that. But I know for a fact, if you've been in similar shoes as me, like it's very disappointing. Like that is very disappointing as well. My camera light just died. Why can't anything go my way? All right, let there be light. I have an extra. And clearly I'm just taking my makeup off, but yeah, like it's just, I literally like planned my whole life out. Like my whole life flashed before its eyes in that house. This is so dramatic. And you know what? Like in my defense, if you know anything about me, if you've been following my YouTube channel for like 1 month, you know, this is like one of the most important things to me, my home. Like, it's like, it just is. And so that's why I allowed myself to get very disappointed. I will say, I've been like keeping up my spirits because my dad before was like, why aren't you like sad about this? And I'm like, Dad, I've been devastated, but I'm just not like allowing myself to like be like in my heart I'm devastated, but I'm like, you know, living my life on the outside. But Zach and his mom actually just went and toured a couple of homes in the similar area as this one, and they were beautiful. We still have to kind of like go over prices and all, new construction. The one we toured, by the way, was not new construction, but the thing is, that was kind of a good thing because new construction is very expensive. You're paying for the washer and dryer, and then you have to pay for a fridge, then you have to pay for like blinds. Like, it all adds up with new construction. So I don't know. I just like genuinely feel a sense of peace and calm that I have not felt in days. I wonder if part of it is that I'm finally off my steroids that I was on that were really like impacting my anxiety, I feel like. But yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm so grateful that like I'm genuinely feeling this way. And at the end of the day, like all I care about is that I'm with Zach, we're together. That's it. Like, just, that's all that matters. So one of life's biggest rules is that if one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. I'm so sad. I broke my favorite pair of sunglasses, which like, it's not just that this snaps out, this whole section is broken. So very upsetting. I got these in Nashville, so it was a random boutique. And I feel like for me, finding sunglasses I like on my face is hard because I have a round face. I mean, I don't know if this is a thing, but I just feel like on like oval faces, every pair of sunglasses looks good. And on me, it's just like a very particular type. I realize though I like the square look, but ideally with both of them, you know, in. Today, I've just been sitting by my laptop house hunting, and I realized I can't do this from New York. And Zach and I are now very serious about finding a home in Cincinnati. And I have to say, like, guys, truly, if you are going through something similar, it's going to be okay because, like, literally as the hours pass, like, I feel like once I found out we definitely weren't going to get the house, I was sad. And then it just got better because I think, I don't know, it's just like, it's not ours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like what was causing me so much stress was like I want it so badly and it's just like within reach and then getting let down. But like, now that I know it's not ours, it's not ours. So I've been on all the websites with Zach, like we're just texting back and forth, trying to figure things out. Are we gonna go new construction? Are we gonna go old? There are pros and cons with both. And I think I have to go back to Cincinnati. Like I need to be there. And the thing is, if you book your plane ticket less than a week in advance, the prices skyrocket. So I'm probably gonna have to book a $400 plane ticket if I wanna get there for this weekend to look at houses. And like, it is what it is. I feel awful about that. And Zach's like, we're dropping all this money on a house. Like, you could book, you know, you could spend a few $100s, but here's the thing. The fact that we're about to drop so much money on a house is making me that much more like, whoa, I want to be as frugal as possible. Like if you think I'm normally frugal, like we're really pumping into high gear right now. And then also like, just we're looking in like a range of price ranges. And obviously like the smart thing is like, oh, just, you know, as cheap as possible. But it's my house. Like I want it to be, you know, my dream home. So it's just weighing the pros and cons. Like if there's a $50K price difference, like is this really worth $50,000 extra dollars? Like I don't know. Like, so it'll be interesting when I go in person. And it's just, man, it's just been crazy. And it's crazy how fast things have really like sped up. And just, I feel like 2 weeks ago, I wasn't sure if I wanted to live in St. Petersburg or Charlotte. And now I'm just like Cincy all the way. One thing that's funny though, one of the homes Zach and I are looking at is in the same development that I did a story on. It was one of my last stories at Local 12. It's called like I don't know, it's like a house tour in Cincinnati, like one of those like fun little Homerama house tours. It's just weird, like who would have thought when I went to that house tour, this is like a place I would be considering living in. And actually, you know what? Roll the tape. Catherine, right now you might be wondering where the heck is Clancy. Well, look up! What is up? The second I saw this thing, I knew we had to make it happen. My double chin is definitely looking amazing. That's why we are going to be running downstairs. Yes, it's like an Olympic sport over here. Don't worry, just stay a while, take a gander around. I actually cringe looking at a lot of my live shots now. It's weird because I feel like if I were to go back to reporting ever, I genuinely think I would just be so much better because I've had a second to like I don't know, like, and by the way, I have no plans to go back to reporting right now, but I'm just saying, like, I've had a second to, like, take a chill pill, and now I'm truly looking at my reports in, like, a bird's eye view. Like, I'm not in it. Like, this isn't me. It's almost someone else, so I can be truly critical. Not that I wasn't critical before. I certainly was, but I could, like, really critique myself. Oh my gosh, like, I just needed to calm down. I was way too much. It's like, and I understand it's my personality, but, like, just really calm down a bit, Clarence. So, looking back at my reports is very cringy, not gonna lie, but you know, it is what it is. One thing I never wanted my reporting to be was boring, like on fun stories. Obviously, if it's like a shooting or something, that's different. But the one thing I was like, I don't want this to be boring. I want people at home to be entertained. And at least, you know, maybe they were laughing at me.
Coming up right here on ABC 22, I'll give you some tips.
That's fine. At least they got a laugh in. That was my philosophy. All right, well, I just spent $400 on a flight to Cincinnati. This definitely makes me want to puke, but I don't know what else to do. Mom, you have not given your thoughts on the house situation in quite some time. What are your thoughts ever since everything fell through and came crashing down and crumbled around me?
Yeah, you seemed bad for about a day, but I could see now there's more pep in your step, meaning you're hopeful. I just think you guys were in limbo for so long, like afraid to pull the trigger, and now it looks like you're both ready, you're making the right decision. You just seem less stressed. Even the dog is less stressed.
Even Walter, it's even affecting him. It's okay, Walt, we're gonna find a home, and maybe you'll even like visit. I love his paws so much. And do you think we'll find one we like as much as the other one?
Yeah, just the other one was staged beautifully, and you'll just from that take everything that you liked and you'll apply it to the next home. Your dad's a carpenter, so any of the expensive touches you want, he can do it. He can do everything.
I wonder how long do you think I'll be able to book him for?
I know, he's pretty expensive. You might have to pay for his flights as well. Actually, he might have to drive, which means I have to drive because he couldn't stay awake, but all of his equipment and tools.
Tell everyone about his sleeping, how he has like, but not, I always call it narcissism by accident. He's so narcissistic.
He has narcolepsy. He can't drive for more than a half hour.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
No, it really is. I've been in the car with him where, like, you could just tell he's like
He's falling asleep at red lights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
And when he was younger, he got in that huge car accident.
Oh, yeah.
He fell asleep and woke up after he drove into a wall.
You know those stone walls in Ireland
Yeah.
that people have around their property? It was that. He had glass in his eye, which is why he's kind of blind in one eye.
He's just propped up so cute. It's like, what are you even doing? You know what's funny, Mom? Dad actually said to me yesterday, he said he was secretly hoping we would choose Cincinnati the whole time.
Why? Oh, because of Neil?
He said because of Neil, and he's like, getting down to Florida is just like a lot. Like, he first said it and I was like, oh wow, like that's so great. And then he started going on a rant about how like taking a flight to Florida is like a lot. I don't know.
He's a terrible traveler. Do you remember like when we went to London, it takes him like days to recover?
Yeah, he didn't
And
recover
then-
till we came home.
I know, and then in Ireland it was embarrassing. He was the one like yawning through the whole wedding. It's embarrassing being us. But do you feel happier, Clarence?
I mean, I'm not like happy. I'm fine.
I think it was a big difference. I don't know why you guys were in limbo for so long.
Well, wait, what was the big difference?
Just once you made your decision of where you're gonna go.
Oh, I thought you meant after the house fell through. Because I was fine when it fell through. Like, I was fine.
But it wasn't until then that you made the decision that you wanted to be in that area.
Yeah.
Before that, you didn't know what state you wanted to be in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been fine. It's just, yeah, I'm very excited to, like, finally, like, actually own a home. Like, I miss it. Just, like, my own kitchen, and just, I miss that a lot. So.
Of course.
And we're definitely looking for one that has a guest bedroom.
Yay. Is it for Walter?
Oh my gosh, he's like propping his head on my leg right now. I can't believe we've become such buddies. Like, who would have thought? I'm about to start getting ready for pickleball. This is my 4th day in a row playing. I have a problem, but it just feels so good to be back with like my Long Island peeps. Like, this is the problem with creating like a life in another part of the country. Like, I feel like I have my New York life, my New York friends, my New York family, and then I have everyone in Cincinnati, and it's what happens when you move, and it's weird, but I'm so grateful to have people I love, obviously, in both places. I'm so excited for Zach and I to find our dream home finally. Like, I know it's going to happen for us, and I'm hopeful. I really am. And like, I really know in my heart it wasn't the one I thought it was. And normally I feel like my vlogs are a lot longer than this, but I can't carry this one on because I feel like it's just such negative energy. I'm so sorry, but I'm just trying to keep it real. Editing this, I feel like is gonna be hard, just like editing my sadness. Like that's not something I like. Oh gosh, okay, today's Monday, Wednesday. I'm dreading, this would have been in the past for you guys, but when I upload the video saying I found our dream home, that's gonna be hard because every comment is probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, yay, like, that's so awesome. And I'm just gonna know, like, what happened, and there's gonna be a delay on that, so that's gonna be tough. But it is what it is. It's all part of the journey. I am excited. I am hopeful. And we're in this together, guys. You are joining the search. What will Zach and I do? Where will we end up? Like, I don't know, new construction or an older home. Like, it's just, I feel like everything's on the table right now, but we're hopeful. And also, I feel like we're now knowledgeable that things can go south, so maybe I won't get my hopes up so much and plan out like all of my furniture for the home before I get it, because that was so ridiculous of me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming along this crazy journey with me. Please don't leave a mean comment below. I know sometimes these videos, they just seem negative and I don't know. Please don't. I'm a fragile human right now. I can't handle it. Okay. But no, seriously, I love you guys so much. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully with better news. Bye.